Okay, hello and welcome. My name is Reese Owens and I'm doing a practice presentation just as a preface for the business presentation that I'll be giving on Friday. My husband, my mom, and my dad and my little baby are here in the audience. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive right in. Teachers affirm the belief that all students can experience learning success. And I think that really sums up why we're here today and what we're going to be talking about. I know that much of what I'm going to share probably won't be things that you don't know, and honestly, they're probably going to be things that you already try to do. But my hope is that as we go through this comprehensive review, that each of you will be able to walk away with some new motivation and ideas for how you can elevate and affirm the learning success of each of your students. So today, to help with this, we're going to be talking about how we can optimize your time in your weekly professional learning community meetings, or PLC. And I just wanted to open the floor for each of you just to really quickly share some of the ways that you've struggled with PLC or things that you wish could be better about it. And if the teachers were really here, then we'd open the floor and let them share a few things, interact.
Don't worry, you don't actually have to answer this.
Yeah,
time.
you guys are good.
She was ready, just so you know.
Anyways, so then we're gonna go ahead and dive into this next little part. So just as an introduction to kind of set the stage for everything, I wanted to let you know that I did have the opportunity to work at the high school as a part of the ESL program a couple years ago. It was a really neat opportunity and I learned a lot. And one of my main takeaways was that sometimes we have to pair reality with best practices. I know that there are a lot of good things that teachers can and should do, but sometimes we have to adapt these principles to what actually works with the students we're teaching and what they actually need right now. So keep that in mind as we keep going. Just to start out, I wanted to talk about why collaboration is important as we come into these meetings. So this is Ryan Leakes. He recently published a book on collaboration in the workplace, and we're going to listen to him really quickly talk about why it matters and how we can do it.
If you're going to be one of those leaders or colleagues who can work with almost anyone, yes, even the complicated ones, you've got to develop a collaboration mindset. So what does that look like? First, you've got to bring curiosity to the table. Instead of assuming that you are know-it-all, ask questions and truly listen. People are far more willing to work with you when they feel heard. Second, prioritize shared goals over personal goals. It's not about who gets the credit. It's about the team and the results. And finally, embrace flexibility. Collaboration often means being willing to shift your perspective or compromise for the sake of the bigger picture. It's not about losing yourself. It's about gaining a stronger team. The best collaborators aren't the ones who bulldoze their way through projects or insist on their way. They're the ones who create space for others to shine and to contribute and to indeed thrive.
Awesome. I really liked a lot of the things that Ryan was sharing, especially because I think that they are applicable both to the work that we do with our coworkers, but also with our students, especially staying curious and learning how to listen. And I love this promise that he gave at the end. When you adopt a collaboration mindset, you're not just someone people have to work with, you're someone they want to work with, and that can make all the difference. I know I've definitely experienced working with both types of these people, and it's true. When you can collaborate effectively with people, it makes a big difference. And one of the principles that I think will help anybody collaborate effectively is to maintain objectivity. And this is great because, again, it applies to both your students and your coworkers. And some of the ways that we can do this are having self-awareness and bias checks. I think it can be easy in the moment to react when you're making judgment calls with your students. And when you're in these PLC meetings talking about your struggles, It can be easy to not recognize how your personal experiences or views might be impacting the way you think of and talk to and view your students that you're struggling with. I also think consistent and fair treatment is important. Consistency, and no matter what you're doing in the workplace, will always help, but especially in meetings. If you have routines and you know what to expect and you have norms for each meeting, that's just going to help you streamline things and become more and more efficient. A focus on learning. No matter what you're doing as a teacher, a focus on learning should always be at the center of what you do. And I know sometimes with the politics of the job and with how the administration can interact with you, sometimes this is difficult to maintain, but it really is so important. Next, set boundaries. Like I mentioned before, it's okay to have norms for your meetings, and it's also okay to outline which maybe behaviors or language you feel detract from that efficiency or that collaboration mindset that everyone's working towards. And lastly, protect dignity. One of my, I can take it, it's okay. Sorry guys.
He's doing good.
So as you can see, I am a new mom, and one of my main concerns has been protecting the dignity of my little boy. Babies can be amusing, they can be a struggle or a handful, and a lot of people find them to be really novel and fun. And I'm always worried about how I can make sure that even though he is little and he is amusing, that he's still treated with respect, that the same respect that I would give any other child or adult in my life. And I think when we're in these meetings, it's so important that we can safeguard the dignity of our students, even when we are expressing maybe the struggles or frustrations or challenges that we're having with them. Next, I know we're short on time. Stay solutions oriented. I think it can be really easy to get bogged down in how challenging something might be or what you're experiencing with a student. But the more you're able to refine your focus and stay focused on solutions and actionable items, the better your collaboration is going to be, and the better you're going to be able to help your students. And lastly, I know we don't have much time, but this is just a resource I found that talks about successful steps that make a PLC more effective. So I have that resource available to you if you'd like to take a look at it. And a final thought that I just had was that you can always consider appointing someone to lead out your PLC meetings. Each week it could be on a rotating schedule so that not one person has to do it every time, but they could just be someone that helps you ensure you're trying to put in place best practices and that you're staying on track and making the most of your time. And in conclusion, I just wanted to thank each of you for all that you're doing. I wanted to commend all of the teachers here for all that you do to elevate the learning of each student and to help teach the rising generation. There truly isn't a job any more important than this and what you do each day. So thank you.
Jesus Christ.
I hit that for that.